close our expenses for May 2010. Okay, so that's our first two closing entries. Okay, so our third closing entry is to close this account called Income Summary to the capital account. Now let's just jump back, okay, to get the information. Josie Smith's capital account, that's the name of the account we're going to use. And also, we're going to close $3,600 of net income to Josie Smith Capital. Okay, so what's the balance in the income summary account? We've got a credit balance of $6,500 minus a debit balance of $2,900. So we're sitting with a credit balance in income summary right now of $3,600. So what do I want to do? I want to debit income summary $3,600, and I want to credit Josie Smith Capital in the amount of $3,600. Okay, put a comma in there and put the $3,600 in there, and our explanation is to close income summary to capital. Okay. Whoops. Income summary okay. And there we go. And lastly, our fourth entry in the process is to close the withdrawal account to Josie Smith Capital. And I got a misspelling there. Sorry about that. Okay, so going back. Here's the statement of owner's equity. We see that Josie Smith had $1,000 in withdrawals. The normal balance of a withdrawal account is a debit balance. So in order to close that, we've got to credit that account. Okay, so if we're crediting the withdrawal account, we have to do what? We have to debit the capital account for Josie Smith. Okay, so we need to debit the capital account for Josie Smith. So there's the debit of $1,000. Okay, and we'll credit Josie Smith, not capital, but withdrawals. $1,000. Okay. So our explanation would be to close owner's withdrawals to capital account. In summary, we do 4 closing entries. I don't care if you're Josie Smith running a business out of your basement, selling things on eBay or Craigslist, or if you're Walmart. You basically make the same 4 journal entries every accounting period. You're going to close the revenue accounts, number 1. You're going to close the expense accounts, number 2. You're going to close the income summary account, number 3. Where? To the capital account. And number 4, you're going to close the owner's withdrawals to the capital account. And also, this is a great example of formatting journal entries correctly. There's the date, there's the debit, there's the credit indented, there's the explanation. Skip a line. Date, debit, credits, skip a line after the explanation, so on and so forth. You'll also notice that this journal entry has 1 debit and 4 credits. This journal entry is known as a compound journal entry, when you have 1 debit or credit and multiple of the opposite. Okay, so we have multiple credits, 1 debit. This is a compound entry. It's an entry that affects